So today I have my 2001 Honda Goldwing, and a common problem on these bikes is that the seat bolts, there's 4 bolts that hold it in on the handle there, 1, 2, 2 more on the other side. Basically, you have to push the seat forward while you're trying to line them up, and you're kind of lining them blind. And it seems like anytime you take it to a dealer, they just run it in there with an impact. Next time you go to adjust your seat, you find out that the bolts have been stripped, and this one here, they just keep spinning. And so actually I took it off before to see if I could repair it. I was going to use a helicoil, and unfortunately these have already been drilled out and helicoiled once before, so when I attempted to reinstall fresh ones, they just didn't grab. So what you're going to need to do, I got this on Amazon, it's called the Big Cert set. And basically, it's like an oversized. It's not really a helicoil because it's a solid insert. They're a little pricey. I think this set was around 120 bucks, but get yourself one of these sets, and that will help you fix the issue that you have going on. And then I also would recommend. I got these on Amazon as well. Tapered seat bolts. These were a little pricier, but they've got the point on the end, so hopefully should help in the future to prevent that from getting cross-threaded again. So we'll go ahead and get into it here, and I'll show you the process. First step is to remove these 4 bolts. You can do it with an Allen wrench, but basically it's kind of hard to get in here and turn this because of the way the handle is. So if you've got yourself, it's an M6, put it on an extension, that's going to be your best bet for getting these out. Here's the problem I'm having that you might run into. It's been helicoiled and the helicoil is stripped out, so instead of the bolt coming out, it's actually stuck and it wants to pull the whole insert out of the seat, so that makes it a real pain. Just go ahead and try and loosen as much as you can, and you're going to have to try and flex this when you pull the seat off. Alright, I've got all 4 bolts out as far as I can. This side's stuck. If you've never pulled one of these seats off before, start by pulling off back here. You can lift up in the back. In the front, there's a little catch, so you got to kind of pull it back. So I'll show you what that looks like when I get it taken off. Okay, I pulled that. I've got the front loose, so I should just be able to pick up on the seat and pull the whole thing off. Okay, with the underside of the seat, you can see this is how it's supposed to look when you take it off, with the bushing sitting in there. See how this side kind of pulled through, so you're gonna have to kind of push it in there so you can get at it. See my helicoil on there stuck on the bolt, that's why it's not coming off. So I'm gonna have to grab onto that right there with the pliers and then take my Allen wrench on this side and get that pulled out. Okay, I was able to get those 2 bad coils off the bolts, and then these I was able to just, you kind of push through, you gotta kind of jam it through and then get them lined back up and put those back into place, and that should be ready to go there. Now we are going to move on to the old Big Cert and see if we can make some damage here. I believe, I'm going to check the instructions, but the first step is going to be to drill out the holes. I think what I'm going to try and do over here is on the side where the coils are still in, on the whichever side, the other side, I'm going to try and see if I can fish those out first, just because I feel like it'll make it a little bit easier to do my drilling. Easiest way I've found to remove these is just kind of take a screwdriver in there, get it bent up like that, and then grab yourself a pliers and just try and work that thing out of there. Once you get it started, you should be able to kind of just like take your pliers and work your way out. This one's actually loose here, so there we go, that one's out. Get the other one out, and then we're going to clean up that hole with our new drill bit. Alright, I've got my drill bit loaded in here. The manufacturer suggested when you're drilling and tapping to use WD-40 on the thread, so use some sort of lubricant, just take it easy. The biggest thing is that when you're going in there, you got to try and get it as square as possible. Alright, so I got all 4 of those drilled out. Of course, the first one I started on, I'm not sure if there's a chunk of helicoil on there still or what, but I could not, you can kind of see it, I could not get it past there and without it starting to waller out the sides of the hole. I mean, I was pushing so hard it was pushing the whole bike, but I measured with the drill bit and I'm deep enough to where this thing can go fully in there, and it's, you know, not going to get close to that area. So We should be fine. I'm not going to worry about getting it all the way through there. All these other ones went through clean and easy, so that step's done. Next up, we're going to move on to tapping. And by tapping, I meant counterboring the hole. So it has this counterbore tool. That way, the little teeny shank on this, see that at the very end there? That way that will sit flush. This tool is supposed to just bottom out when you're done. So just go ahead and run that through each one and get that little shoulder put in. Okay, that part was nice and easy. That tool cut right through all those and put a little teeny shoulder in there. Kind of has like a dowel to guide it through. So pretty easy once you have the hole. And yeah, now we'll move on to tapping. Okay, the instructions advised against using a drill. It said to use a tap handle. So go ahead and use a tap handle. It's just in this spot right here, the one that I have, it's just going to be a nightmare to do it really on both these. So I'm just going to try and go slow, cut these threads with the drill, and move on to the next step. I would recommend some cutting oil for the tapping step, and I should have done this sooner, but get a microfiber or some kind of towel, tuck it in here to kind of protect the bike and keep the shavings off everything when you're doing it. Okay, like I said, if you're super careful, use a liberal amount of oil. Don't try and ramrod this all in one. I kind of went in a little ways, backed it out, went in a little ways, backed it out, did it in 2 or 3 shots. If you do accidentally back it all the way out, make sure you start it by hand by like turning the drill. Don't use the power of the drill so that you're like not double cutting. And so now I'll get this tap out of here and then we'll go ahead and move on to the next step. The instructions did mention putting red Loctite on the outside threads of the insert, and since I used a lot of cutting oil and whatnot, and there was junk in the threads, what I did was I took an air gun, kind of blew everything out good, then I put some alcohol in there and took like a paper towel and kind of cleaned that up as best I could, because I know Loctite works better if you have the metal as clean as possible. Okay, so for this part, they want you to oil the threads of this, so the outside of the tool, so that it goes on the inside of the insert, and then on the outside of the insert you want red Loctite. You do not want to test fit, take these inserts on and off because they can bind up. The way they work is once you push this tool all the way through, I believe it expands kind of the end, and that's what locks it into place. So what you're supposed to do is start running these in, and they say it will tighten up and kind of stop, and then you keep tightening until it loosens up, and then you can back the tool back out and the repair is complete. I probably would use a tap handle for this. I couldn't find one, but I did find this tool. I have no idea where I got this, but it should work good for that, so we will give this a shot. Little update just to throw in the end. This was the one that I had a hard time drilling through, and I only got about halfway, which I thought I would be good. But after looking at the instructions, it said you need to have at least a 1/4 inch past where your insert's going to go for it to be able to thread in. And since I was only able to get to about here, well then the tap was stopping early and I didn't really have enough threads. But I just could not get through it. I'm guessing that maybe the previous person who drilled it kind of work hardened it. So what I ended up doing was just taking these 2 screws off, moving this, and then I was able to drill through this way, and then now I was able to get the tap all the way through. Otherwise all the other ones are in. So this is the last one to finish up, and should be good. Okay, and as you can see, that is one successfully repaired, I guess you would call it oversized hole, to repair it to the original thread size. Some people said, you know, you can tap it bigger, put the neck size bigger. Well, then it wouldn't fit in the handles correctly, and honestly, I wanted to give this a try before I did that, and it wasn't too bad. The only trick is when you're threading this in, they say just make sure that you do not bottom out the insert on the shoulder of that bolt, so like where the threads stop. Basically, kind of like it said, you tighten it up, you'll feel it kind of get tight, and then you keep running it in, and then it basically, you know, gets loose to where you can turn it by hand. Don't go too far in, and then you just back it out, and you're good to go. So this repair is good for a 2001 to a 2017 Honda Goldwing. Like I said, seems like it's a common issue on a lot of these. The dealer gets a little happy with the impact gun, slams your bolts in there, they don't give a crap, and then your stuff's cross-threaded. So anyways, I will link in the description for the big certs, and as well those tapered bolts. And if you follow this guide, hopefully you can get your threads repaired as well. Thanks for watching.